Hey guys, my name is Portia and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk my favorite topic right now, which is running. So this video is just going to be about how I got started in running, how I push past walls when I'm training, and what are my must-haves when I run. If you're interested in that, stay tuned. Okay guys, so a few years back, I used to run, and when I would run, it would be like maybe 3 miles or less, probably even 2.5 or less, and it would be once a week. Wasn't anything too consistent, or maybe if not once a week, maybe twice a week, but nothing like 3 days a week that I do now. And so I stopped running during COVID, whenever the gym shut down. And I never really picked it back up until here recently, around last year. And I actually started off with a very small goal. So back in October when I started running, my first goal was just to make it to 2 miles. 2 miles, I think I was doing twice a week at a time. And then that was actually very successful. So then November came and I bumped it up to 2.5. And then December came and I bumped it up to 3. And then I want to say by February, I was up to 4 miles. And it just kept going. And before I knew it, I signed myself and my boyfriend up for a half marathon. And so in February, I started training for a half marathon. And along the way, I have done a 10K back in April, I think, which was successful. And so, yeah, that's kind of how I fell into running. It just actually, I really just fell into it. And I thoroughly enjoy it. I've always liked running. But it's something that once you stop, picking it back up is kind of like, But yeah, so I am on my running journey, and my goal is half marathon. I am not trying to do an ultra marathon or a marathon or any of these beast competitions or whatever. We gotta go through the mud and climb these walls. No, I'm not trying to do any of that. My goal is half marathon. That's what I want to do. So I have 2 this year that I want to do. And then my goal is to do 3 next year. And then we'll see where it goes from there. So next we're going to talk about what happens when I hit walls. So the first time I hit a wall was around mile 5. So whenever I started going past mile 5, I could feel a complete difference in my body. It felt like I required more energy just to push past the 5 miles and to keep going. And then now that I'm actually up to 11 miles, around the 7-mile mark is whenever I feel that wall again. And so what the wall feels like is you get into that point where you feel like you pushed yourself to the limit, but you still have to keep pushing yourself. So the first time this happened, I did 3 things. The first thing is I stayed consistent with my running. I didn't alter any runs. I didn't skip any runs. I stayed consistent. Did I have to slow down for some of those runs? Yes, but I stayed consistent. The second thing is, believe it or not, is I started stretching before my runs. So when I was doing 5 miles or less, I didn't stretch before. I only stretched after. But when I started doing the 5 miles or more, I realized that my muscles were they were starting to work harder and they were going longer. So I should take care of them along the way. So anytime I'm doing anything, I don't care if it's 3 miles, which I haven't done in a long time, or if it's 11 miles, I stretch before and I stretch after. And the third thing I did was I altered my nutrition. So I started adding more calories, and I made sure to eat 2 to 3 hours before my run. And also, if I'm running in the evening times after work, I make sure to hydrate with my electrolyte mix all throughout the day. So that way when it's time to run, then I have I've nourished my muscles and I've replenished my body. I have my water on board, my electrolytes on board, and so now it's just time for me to grab my necessities and just hit the treadmill or hit the trail. So that brings me to what are my must-haves for any run. Every single run. Of course, I always tell you guys my socks. I have the featured socks. I have about 5 different pairs. So those are a must. I will not run in any other sock. Okay? It has to be a featured sock. 2, my running shoes. Right now, I have the Helma running shoes. I found them on an Instagram ad. And actually, so I'm going to do a review for those shoes. And along the way, I've been making small videos after each run. So yeah, I love those shoes. 100% recommend, worth every single penny. Another thing I must have is my electrolyte mix. I use, it's called Liquid IV. And it's just a mixture of different electrolytes in a powder form. You put it in your water bottle, shake it up, and it's ready to go. That brings me to the next thing. I have to have adequate hydration when I'm running. I have to. So I have several types of water bottles that I use. So if I'm going on a longer run, I'll wear my pouch that has the 2 water bottle holders. And then I will carry an extra half-liter water bottle with me as well. And so I have to have my sunglasses and my gels. Actually, the gels, they come last because they're not as important as I thought they were. Funny, whenever you nourish your body and you give yourself the proper nutrition and nutrients before a run, the gels are kind of just really there in the back to give you that final boost to get through the run. It's not your hydration. It's not your nutrition for a run. No, no, no. They are not. I should probably do a video on the gels, but they are not. Okay. And so, yeah, guys, just a short, simple video telling you guys how I got started running. What do I do when I hit those walls? And what are my must-haves for every single run? And so, yeah, guys, so right now I'm up to 11 miles. My half marathon that I want to do, I haven't signed up for that one yet, but I want to do it for my birthday. So that's still about 2 months, about 3 months away. But I'm sure I will be prepared for it, and I'm going to continue to train towards it. Right now, I'm just scheduling time for muscle training, lower and upper, and yeah. So, guys, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're a part of the running club, well, not a running club, but, if you're a runner, comment below. And what, guys, let's not make running this new way to meet your husband. So for the past week, so normally I get running ads on Instagram, but it's usually for gear, like pouches, water bottles, shoes, visors, stuff like glasses, stuff like that. But lately, the past week or so, I've been getting ads about, not really ads, but videos of girls specifically saying that they join running clubs to meet guys. I'm like, what? When did running become like this? But if that gets you off the couch and active, okay. But my friend, don't get your hopes up that way. Okay? All right, guys. So that was it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.